1982 is a long time ago. It was a pretty interesting and different time. 4 kids, a wife, and who knows how many billions and tens of thousands of employees ago.
Actually, when Scott and Vinod came to see me, I was working in my office programming, and I put them in a chair in the corner and kind of waited for the adults to show up.
There were 4 of us. We were all 27. I had 3 years business experience, which was more than the other 3 founders combined. And you heard the phrase, ignorance is bliss. We were thrilled to death. I was in Vinod's office back in 1983. Apollo had computer vision, and we were competing. It was the only one that was up for bid. And if we lost computer vision, we were dust. We got this phone call. We are formally breaking off all communications with Sun Microsystems. Thanks for all your support, and we're done. Click. Vinod booked airline flights overnight for a couple of folks. Showed up in the lobby the next morning, bombed like 15 people with this proposal at computer vision. We got a call about a week later, and boom, that was it. We were on the map, and now Apollo is dust.
When we put the company together, the first thing we did is we took Ethernet, which was a network.
Sun started with the internet, essentially built into every machine. So the machines have always been very networked, and so that was a kind of genetic thing for the company.
I mean, I know people say we build computers. I don't think we build computers. I think we build networks, and we build software, and we build an infrastructure. We invented the slogan, the network is the computer.
One of the key aspects of Sun has always been, it's okay to have fun. You can be as weird and different and off the wall as you want, but you better have a commonality of purpose or it isn't going to work.
More than anything, I think what comes through is the just unabashed humor, the irreverence, the self-deprecating view of the world. It's just great fun. It's just good, clean fun.
April Fool's jokes have been a big part of our history.
There was a sequence of April Fool's jokes like office in pond, pond in office, car in office, car in pond.
They were just great fun. There was great ingenuity and a tremendous amount of work in the evenings and weekends put into how we could actually pull these things off.
We've always tried to find a different, an alternative route, one that is the right answer but very controversial.
You know, I think it's kind of like I used to tell my friends, when the industry thinks we're going left, we go right.
It's taken tremendous courage, I think, on the part of the management here to be true to their vision, make the right decisions, and most of it has paid off for them very handsomely.
Well, I joined Sun in 1987. We were adding about 1,000 people a month at that time. It was just wild, unstructured. We were trying to figure out how to grow and how to be successful all at the same time. And I think more than anything, what Scott realizes is that innovation is the lifeblood of competitive advantage. Companies that create intellectual property, companies that own the resources, are the ones that ultimately are more successful.
It's very important to Sun that we have the ability to reinvent what we do, and so owning our intellectual property really gives us the freedom to innovate for our customers, and so that's pretty important in the history of the company. We started out with workstations because that's what Andy did at Stanford. I think the transition to building servers, and then to building commercial servers, and then to building internet servers, those are very important things.
People who are not ready for a kind of bumpy ride are not the right people for here, because there's no roadmap to a lot of the places that we are going.
I think Java is just classic Sun. You know, here's a technology that we try to kill it, probably 6 times, maybe more. And it wasn't until '95 in that famous press conference in San Francisco, Java was like 3rd or 4th on the list. We had announced security products, we announced Netra, which is this line of service. And oh, by the way, we got this little thing, language for the internet called Java. We showed a little demo, we thought nothing of it, and the rest is history.
Welcome to the world's largest programmers conference.
I think what makes Sun unique technologically is you get a bunch of crazy people together and you give them, a bunch of resources and a bunch of freedom and describe for them, where you believe the future is and have them add in their own take on that. And what you end up with on the other end is Java, is Genie, is next generation Spark, is E15Ks, is, storage 6900s. It's things that allow us to really solve customer problems in ways that no one ever envisioned possible.
Sun is still a full-line systems company. Most people don't build systems. Intel builds the chips, Microsoft builds the software, and then Dell bolts it together, and then a bunch of other people lose money. None of those companies really has the ability to reinvent what the system is. Whereas at Sun, we have all the pieces. So we've always been a vertically integrated, more vertically integrated than most because we built our own operating system.
Also, what sets us apart is we are the best partnered company, on the planet. Our selling model is a partnership model. And I think the work we do in market development and systems integrators and go-to-market, and today we have terms like iForce and SunTone, are really as much a key to our success as our products.
Our mission statement is pretty obvious, which is we want to be the #1 provider of the products and technologies that allow businesses to leverage a networked economy. We're the people who are going to be providing the infrastructure, the computers, the storage, the software, the technology necessary to make all of that work together.
What we're announcing today,
our new low-end Spark machine, the Spark Station 1. You plug these cards in and it works.
This is the Spark Server 630 MP, the 670 MP, and the 690 MP.
Sun's no-compromise enterprise servers, the Ultra Enterprise family. Today it's Solaris 8.
The Storage T3 for the enterprise.
Sun 1, the Sun Open Net environment.
Our new StarCat, or E15K server.
Probably the most satisfying part about Sun is the reputation. Through the ups and downs, people have always said, I love it. I love the culture, the philosophy, just the way we go about things. And that means to me way more than any of the other accomplishments, because if you build a great lifestyle, a great culture, fantastic things happen with it. Happy birthday, Sun.